Hello my dears, I am going to discuss about today topic is reproductive system. There is a 1000 marks questions, okay. In the 1000 mark, this is the session very important for coming NEET, okay. I am going to give you the most innovative topics for coming NEET, okay. You have to be follow this session. Yep. Yeah, guys, today we are going to discuss the questions, most important question, one of the most important question. Yes. Which of the following events male reproductive system would directly affect if luteinizing secretion is stops? What happened? Okay, there is a hormone, LH hormone secretion, if stop, what happened in the male reproductive system? Okay, yeah. Option A, inhibition of FSH production, spermatid transformation into the spermatozoa, synthesis of testosterone by Leydig cells, capacitization of sperm in the female tract. Okay, you have to be think it. You have to be think it. This is the most important innovative question, guys. Yeah, hello. You have to be think it. This is yes. So, inhibition of FSH production, spermatid transformation into the spermatozoa, this is irrelevant, that is FSH hormone, synthesis of testosterone by Leydig cells, capacitization also irrelevant, inhibition of FSH production also. So, answer is synthesis of testosterone by Leydig cells, LH hormone. Okay. Hypothalamus releasing GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone, into the pituitary. Pituitary can release FSH and LH. FSH is for the spermatogenesis, and LHH for the testosterone, Leydig cells, testosterone hormone, Take a screenshot about it, guys. So, I am going to tell you again, which of the following event in male reproductive system would directly affect if LH hormone secretion stops. If this is the keyword, LH hormone secretion is stop is the keyword. Okay. What happened? Inhibition of FSH production is not LH directly, not affect this. Spermatid transformation into the spermatozoa, not. Synthesis of testosterone, there is a male hormone which is produced. This is the answer, guys. This is the answer for this question. I am going to explain more detail about this question. You have to look into first. Okay. Yeah, where the hypothalamus release gonadotropin releasing hormone that gives signal into the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland release the hormones FSH and LH. FSH mostly involved in the spermatogenesis, this spermatozoa production, they can support to the Sertoli cells also. And if come to the LH give the signal into the Leydig cells produce the testosterone hormone. Okay. If lack of LH, that will be lead to the lack of testosterone hormone. Okay. Yes, I am going to explain it more. Yeah, LH hormone, yeah, LH hormone, luteinizing hormone in the males, okay. What happened? It is secretes by anterior pituitary can secrete LH. Pituitary gland produce from the hypothalamus. This is the hypothalamus. There is one branch which is developed from the hypothalamus. This is the anterior pituitary, and there is another branch which is neurohypophysis, posterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary and posterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary, that can be produce the hormones are FSH and LH. This is the anterior, FSH and LH. FSH for the sperm growth, spermatogenesis, and LH for the Leydig cells production, which is act as testosterone, okay, for the production of testosterone. This is the hormone, male hormone, okay. How it is going to produce? It is anterior pituitary, it is produced by anterior pituitary, okay. This is the hypothalamus, so from the hypothalamus they can release hormone GnRH. Hypothalamus release the hormone GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone. Hypothalamus, they can releasing hormones. Hypothalamus at the same time they can release inhibitory hormones also, that can be give the positive or negative signal towards the pituitary gland, either positive or negative signals. They can stop either pituitary, they can control by hypothalamus itself, okay. Yes, and this luteinizing hormone in the males act as specifically on Leydig cells, okay, in the testis, okay. Leydig cells are located in the interstitial space between the seminiferous tubule. Leydig cells are located interstitial space between the, yeah, this is the testosterone, where hypothalamus which is produced GnRH which is released from the pituitary, LH and FSH. LH is act on, this is the testis, in the testis there is a seminiferous tubule, this is the seminiferous tubule. In the seminiferous tubule where the Leydig cells are located, between the interstitial space, this is Sertoli cells, this is the Sertoli cells. Between the Sertoli cells, these are the interstitial space cells, Leydig cells, that can be released testosterone, understand, that can be released testosterone, where it is located interstitial space in the seminiferous tubule. Seminiferous tubule are located in the testis, seminiferous tubule which are located in the testis, okay. Each seminiferous tubule has its own Sertoli cells and as well Leydig cells, okay. Sertoli cells, between that there are Leydig cells which are release testosterone under the hormone LH, LH is act on Leydig cells which is under the like seminiferous tubule Sertoli cells, like not Leydig cells they can release testosterone. Yeah, I am going to read it. Acts specifically on Leydig cells in the testis. Leydig cells are located in the interstitial space between the seminiferous tubules. Main function, they can stimulate testosterone synthesis. Okay, LH, they can main function for the production of testosterone. Okay, yes. What happened if LH is absent or blocked? This is the question. This is the question. Leydig cells do not receive stimulation if LH is absent. If LH is absent, Leydig cells, they do not get signals from the LH. Okay. Testosterone production drops sharply. If the testosterone production drops in the males, what happened? Okay. Spermatogenesis, indirectly they can affect. Spermatogenesis, indirectly they can affect the secondary sexual characters also, they can affect, that is libido. Okay, that is libido. Libido is the secondary sexual organ. If the affect the condition, we can call libido. Okay, yes. Are you clear? You can take screenshot. This is the question. This is the question. This is the question. Take a screenshot. Okay. Answer is this synthesis of testosterone is the answer. Synthesis of testosterone is the answer. This is the explanation summary about that question. This is the, yeah, you have to take screenshot this. You have to take screenshot this. And this is the diagram which is produced from that question answer. Okay. Hypothalamus, which is secretes gonadotropin releasing hormone, that is the releasing hormone, release two hormones LH and FSH. LH they can release into the seminiferous tubule. Seminiferous tubule located at testis, seminiferous tubule. Okay. So this seminiferous tubule has Sertoli cells and Leydig cells. Okay. Sertoli cells involved in the spermatogenesis, Leydig cells involved in the testosterone production. Okay. Yeah. If come to the next question, guys, take a screenshot this. Yeah. If the secretion of HCG, human choreograph, is blocked, HCG blocked. HCG is the hormone. If it is blocked after fertilization, what is the most likely to affect? What is the most likely to happen? This is the question, innovative question. It is another innovative question for coming NEET. Okay? Yes. So option are inhibition of ovulation, failure of implantation, regression of corpus luteum, increased secretion of progesterone. HCG is not about progesterone. Progesterone before HCG they produce. Inhibition of ovulation. Ovulation they do not produce before fertilization. Before fertilization is ovulation is takes place. So ovulation will not affect. Okay? Yeah. Failure of implantation. HCG is the hormone that is not kind of implantation generation. Okay? So answer is regression of corpus luteum. Regression of corpus luteum. Okay? Answer is C. C is the answer. Regression of corpus luteum. I am going to explain it. Okay? Think it first. Okay? Yes. Take a screenshot. Yeah. Explanation about it. Yeah. Just look into that. This inhibition of ovulation, how it is wrong? Failure of implantation. Okay, if HCG, okay, HCG will not affect on inhibition of ovulation. Inhibition of ovulation, the HCG do not affect, because of ovulation occurs before fertilization. HCG is produced after fertilization, right? So, before fertilization ovulation is there. So, ovulation will not affect HCG if they can not roll in the ovulation. HCG, if there is no HCG production, that will not affect on ovulation, right? Yeah, here they mention here ovulation, right? In the first question, ovulation is not. Before fertilization, ovulation is there, right? Yeah. And failure of implantation, partially correct. This is the partially correct, but no direct of HCG effect. Okay, implantation may eventually fail, but the immediate effect of HCG is corpus luteum regression. Okay, regression of the corpus luteum is immediate effect. Okay, regression of corpus luteum is effect. HCG is maintain corpus luteum post fertilization. This is important for NEET. This word is important for NEET. Guys, I am going to create more than 100 questions about reproduction only, most innovative question, relevant topic. I am going to teach the topic evening session of the reproduction. You have to follow evening 5:30. After 5:40, evening 5:40, I am going to take a reproductive topic, and morning it is 11:30. I am going to take the question hour for the reproduction chapter itself. So, you have to be follow about more than 100 MCQs and a reproductive chapter as well. You will be okay for 4 to 5 questions, reproduction and reproductive health. Okay, I am gonna teach you guys. Yeah, this is the maintain corpus luteum is after fertilization is main of the HCG. It is the temporary hormone, temporary endocrine activity. Temporary endocrine activity mean they can release hormones for the development. Without it, without HCG, without it, the corpus luteum regress and stopping the progesterone for the secretion needed for the uterine lining maintenance. Uterine lining maintenance going to be down. Okay. Okay, and next option, increase the secretion of progesterone. This is also wrong. Progesterone without HCG, the corpus luteum, degrade, leading the drop of progesterone. Of course, you have to take screenshot about it. Next question. If any doubts, please mention comment. Okay, I am going to read the comments. Yeah. Which of the following would be most affected if the Sertoli cells are destroyed? What is the function of the Sertoli cells? What are the functions of Sertoli cells? Okay. Testosterone production, of course not, it is LH leading cells. Okay. And spermatogenesis, LH secretion, not at all. So, directly eliminate A and C. Inhibition also there is a secretion, inhibition secretion also inhibin. sorry, inhibin they can secrete Sertoli cells. Inhibin they can secrete Sertoli cells, and the main function of the Sertoli cells for the spermatogenesis, they can give the nutrition, they can give the strength from the spermatogenesis is the right answer. Spermatogenesis is the right answer about this question. Okay? Yeah. Take a screenshot. I am going to explain it. Sertoli cells main function. Option A is wrong. Here, option A is wrong. Testosterone production incorrect, because of testosterone production is produced by Leydig cells, not Sertoli cells. Leydig cells, not Sertoli cells. Spermatogenesis is the correct. Sertoli cells nourish and support developing of the sperm. Without them, there is a spermatogenesis, it stops. Okay? Yeah. LH hormone secretion incorrect, because of LH act on Leydig cells to regulate GnR, regulated by GnRH, not directly by Sertoli cells. They can act on like Leydig cells. They can act on Leydig cells and produce testosterone. Produce testosterone. Okay? Inhibin secretion also incorrect. Close. Sertoli cell secretes inhibin. This is the important. Sertoli cell secretes inhibin, of course. So, inhibin secretion would be the affected, but the prime function is disrupt, that is spermatogenesis. Prime function of the Sertoli cell is spermatogenesis. They can nourish the sperm and develop for the sperm. Inhibin they can release in certain extent. Okay? Yes. I hope you guys understand this. Yeah. Yeah, take a screenshot. Next question. What would happen if Zona pellucida removed from an oocyte for the fertilization? Zona pellucida. Zona pellucida remove from the oocyte for the fertilization. Multiple sperm will fuse with the ovum. The ovum will not complete meiosis II. Fertilization will occur normally. The acrosomal reaction will not occur. Yeah. What is the function of Zona pellucida? What is Zona pellucida? Here, yeah. Just look into here. This is the ovum. This is the ovum. The pink color is the Zona pellucida. Zona pellucida. Okay. The green wala is corona radiata. Okay. Green is the corona radiata. Corona radiata. This is the perivitelline membrane. So, the sperm which is can attack, sperm which can be attacked, what effect on Zona pellucida? Zona pellucida, as I told you, ZP3 receptors, ZP3 receptors, they can recognize human sperm. Recognize human sperm. Once fertile, human sperm, okay, there is degenerate of ZP3 receptors. Degeneration of ZP3 receptors. If the ZP3 receptor degenerate, So, remaining sperm will not be going to reach the ova because of there is a blockage, fast blockage is created. I am going to explain in the topic. Okay? Yes. Just look into here. Yeah, this is the question here about it. Yeah. If what would happen if zona pellucida is removed from the oocyte before fertilization? Before fertilization, multiple sperm will fuse. Yeah, there is a ovum will not complete meiosis. This is worthless option. Fertilization will occur normally. This is not. If there is no receptor, there is no. Acrosomal reaction will not occur. This is acrosome is not relevant it. Okay. Acrosome is relevant for the capacitization. Okay. The answer is A. Answer is A. Okay. Answer is A. Yeah. Go to screenshot. This is I am going to explain the options. Multiple sperm will fuse with the ovum. The ovum will not be complete meiosis 2. The fertilization will occur normally. The acrosomal reaction will not be occur. Yeah, this is the explanation about that question. Yeah, multiple, if zona pellucida ruptured, what happened? Multiple sperm will fuse with the ovum. Okay, zona pellucida prevents polyspermy. This is the key word for NEET. Key word for NEET. Okay, important keyword. Okay, polyspermy. Without it, many sperm can enter. Without it, many sperm can enter. Okay, it is prevent polyspermy. Zona pellucida layer prevent polyspermy. Okay, yeah. The ovum will not be complete meiosis 2. That is the incorrect option. Completion of meiosis 2 is triggered by the sperm entry, not zona pellucida. Not zona pellucida. Fertilization will occur normally. Okay, yeah, incorrect. This is also incorrect statement. Fertilization may occur but normally. That is polyspermy. Okay, and acrosomal reaction will not be occur. This is also incorrect statement. Acrosomal reaction is initiated by the contact with the zona pellucida. So, without it, the reaction may not be properly triggered. Okay. Yeah, this is you can take screenshot about it. Okay, I hope this will help you guys. Okay, I will take a productive notes. Okay. Yeah, next question. If FSH receptor and granulosa cells is non-functional, what will be most likely happen? If FSH receptor, okay, on granulosa cells is non-functional, on granulosa cells is non-functional. Okay, what likely to be happen? If FSH receptors on granulosa cells is not functional, not functional. This is the keyword, not functional is the keyword. Okay, FSH not functional. No oocyte is maturation, decrease in LH secretion, ovulation will occur earlier, corpus luteum will form faster. Which one is correct? Which one is correct? Okay, FSH receptor on granulosa cells is non-functional. What will be happen? Okay, yeah, no oocyte maturation, FSH, decrease LH secretion, ovulation will occur earlier, corpus luteum will form faster. Which one is? You have to be guess it. You have to be guess it. Yes. No oocyte maturation here. Okay. Yeah, I am going to explain it. Just look into these options. No oocyte is maturation is direct. Okay. LH is not FSH, right? FSH is irrelevant to the LH. Okay. That is hormone, this is hormone. That cannot be effect on this. Ovulation is not about it. Corpus luteum is take care of progesterone like hormones. Yeah. So, answer is here. No oocyte maturation is correct. No oocyte maturation is correct. FSH act on granulosa cells to support follicular growth and estrogen production, and without it the functional receptor maturation is stopped. Okay. Without it the functional receptors maturation is stopped. Okay. Yes. Decrease in LH secretion, this is incorrect. Estrogen feedback may be altered, but luteinizing secretion is mainly controlled by GnRH. Okay. LH is mainly controlled by GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone, which is hypothalamus produce. Ovulation will occur earlier, it is also incorrect. Without follicular maturation, ovulation may not be occur. Okay. Yes. Corpus luteum will form faster, incorrect. The ovulation means to the no corpus luteum. Okay. This is the option where you have to take screenshot this question. This is the explanation here, direct explanation. You have to follow it. Yeah, I hope you guys understand about this. Okay. Yeah, next question. Which event would be immediately affected if the enzyme hyaluronidase, hyaluronidase defective in sperm? Yeah, hyaluronidase, this is the enzyme where located in the acrosome part of the egg part. Okay. This is the sperm. In the sperm where the acrosome release the enzyme, this enzyme. Okay. Yeah, it is defective. If it is defective, what happened? If it is defective, what happened? Fusion with olemma mean there is a ova layer is olemma, we can call. Okay. Penetration of zona pellucida, digestion of corona radiata and cortical reaction. This enzyme they can degrade the corona radiata, digestion, they can digestion. Okay. Yes. Option is C. Okay. Yeah, option is C. Okay. Yes, fusion without olemma, that is a later step after penetration, that is the later step after penetration. Okay. Yes, and penetration of zona pellucida, it is incorrect. This is immediate by acrosin, not this enzyme. Okay. Digestion of corona radiata is correct. This enzyme, okay, helps to, yeah, digestion of corona radiata around the eggs. Okay. Yes. Cortical reaction is incorrect. It is triggered after sperm entry, prevent polyspermy. Okay. Yes. You have to take a screenshot about this question. This is the question. Okay. This is the answer about it. Okay. Yeah, I hope you guys understand about it. Yeah. If come to the next question, a developing embryo fails to implant into the uterus but continue to develop in the oviduct, this condition is termed. This is all over questions are innovative questions. apply oriented question. This is the most important questions for what you are understand the topic. It is mostly knowledge based questions, okay, not is a simple questions, okay. Yes, if it is embryo, developing in embryo fails to implant, okay, into the uterus, okay, it is continued to develop in the oviduct. They developed instead of uterus they developed in the oviduct, okay. This condition is termed as ectopic pregnancy, molar pregnancy, tubal abortion and embryonic arrest, okay. These are the key word about this question, okay. Yes, yeah, I am going to explain. This is the very simple question. Ectopic pregnancy is the answer, okay, but look into the option. We are going to discuss about options, okay. Yes, what is ectopic pregnancy? Ectopic pregnancy, it is the embryo implants outside the uterus, where the fallopian tube is going to take place, commonly in the fallopian tube, okay. Molar pregnancy is incorrect. Abnormal growth of trophoblast, okay, not related to the implantation. Abnormal growth of trophoblast we can call molar pregnancy. Abnormal growth of trophoblast, okay, you have to remember it. Tubular abortion is incorrect. It refers to the detachment and expulsion of ectopic embryo, not implantation, okay. Tubular abortion is, yeah, it is detach of ectopic embryo. Embryonic arrest, it is incorrect, refers to the halted of development, not mislocation, okay. Yeah, take it this, okay. This is the question, you have to screenshot it, and this is the explanation. Take a screenshot. Yeah, next question. Which hormone maintain the endometrium during the secretory phase? Which hormone maintain the endometrium during the secretory phase? Estrogen, progesterone, LH and HCG. Which one? You have to think it. Guys. You have to think it. I hope you understood it. Estrogen, progesterone, LH and HCG, okay. It is very easy, guys. Progesterone is the answer, right? Yes, progesterone is the answer. During the endometrium, during the secretory phase, I am going to give you total information about menstrual cycle, okay, in the class. Yeah, estrogen dominates the proliferative phase, pre-ovulatory phase, okay. It is thickness of endometrium, okay. Progesterone is correct. After ovulation, the corpus luteum secretes progesterone, which stabilize and maintain the thickened endometrium, okay. Yeah, LH hormone causes ovulation, does not directly to maintain endometrium. HCG maintain the corpus luteum after fertilization, not in the regular cycle, okay. HCG not in the regular cycle, that is after fertilization only that can be take the place. Yes, you have to take a screenshot about it. This is the right explanation for that question, okay. This is the question, okay. This is the explanation, guys, okay. Yeah, if come to the next question, Graafian follicle ruptured due to the surge of which hormone? Estrogen, progesterone, FSH and LH. Graafian follicle ruptured due to the which hormone? Okay. This is also question, guys. Yeah, this is a question for you tomorrow. Okay, you have to comment it for this answer, very simple question, and tomorrow we will going to discuss another innovative questions. Okay, today's session is over. Tomorrow you have to follow at the same time. This is the NEET wall providing you quality education for NEET. Okay, yes, and by 5:40 I am going to take the reproductive chapter. You have to be listen. Okay, yes, thank you guys.